If you're wondering which soundbars for movies are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. LG S80QR, this 5. 1.3 channel beast packs a whopping 620 watts of power and comes with not one, but 2 center channels that make movie dialogue crisp as hell. While it's great at making voices clear and creating a wide soundstage, the Atmos performance is pretty disappointing. Those height effects feel more like they're coming from your neighbor's apartment than above you. The rear speakers need to be wired, which is annoying, and music playback isn't exactly its strong suit. Would I buy it? No. For this price, I'd rather get something that doesn't half-ass the Atmos effects. Hisense AX5125H. For $300, this 1.2 system delivers some seriously impressive sound with clear dialogue and decent Atmos effects, though don't expect any mind-blowing overhead action. The subwoofer can get pretty damn loud with its 180 watts of power, but it struggles with really deep bass, so explosion scenes might not shake your couch as much as you'd hope. The rear speakers are wireless, which is nice, but there's no room correction, so it might sound different depending on where you put it. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a killer deal for what you get, even with its limitations. Vizio M512A-H6, this budget-friendly 1.2 setup brings surprisingly good sound quality to the table with clear dialogue and decent bass from its 6-inch subwoofer. The Atmos effects aren't going to blow your mind, and the surround speakers produce some distortion at high volumes, but damn. For this price point, it's hard to complain. No Wi-Fi or smart features means you're stuck with Bluetooth for streaming, but who cares when you're watching movies? Would I buy it? Maybe. If you're on a tight budget and don't need fancy features, this thing punches way above its weight class. Samsung HW-Q930C, this 1.2 system brings some serious thunder with phenomenal power and excellent channel steering that makes movie watching a treat. The subwoofer hits hard enough to piss off your neighbors, though you might notice it struggling with the really low bass frequencies. While it lacks rear speakers out of the box, you can add them later, but honestly, the price is already steep enough without extras. Would I buy it? Yes. The sound quality is fantastic for movies, and the build quality is top-notch. Just be prepared to pay premium prices for premium performance. JBL Bar 500, the 590-watt powerhouse with a 10-inch wireless subwoofer that will make your neighbors think there's an earthquake happening. The bass is clean and punchy, perfect for those intense movie scenes. While the Dolby Atmos effect isn't mind-blowing and there are no up-firing speakers, the multi-beam technology creates a surprisingly wide soundstage that makes sound zoom across your room. The dialogue clarity is excellent thanks to pure voice technology, though the mids could use a bit more refinement. Would I buy it? Yes, great value for money, and that subwoofer is a beast for movie nights. Sony HT-A7000, this 1.2 channel premium beast costs as much as a used car, but damn does it deliver with its crystal clear dialogue and room-filling sound. The built-in subwoofer is decent, but let's be real, you're gonna need to spend even more money on a separate sub if you want your walls to actually shake during action scenes. The sound optimization feature is pretty neat, automatically adjusting to your room's acoustics, but for this price I expected it to make me breakfast too. Would I buy it? Maybe. If money isn't an issue and you're ready to sell a kidney for the additional subwoofer. Bose Smart Soundbar 600, this compact little guy punches above its weight class with impressive Dolby Atmos performance and up-firing speakers that actually work when you're sitting in the perfect spot. The soundstage is surprisingly wide and immersive for movies, but the bass is about as weak as a kitten's sneeze without the optional subwoofer. It's basically begging you to spend more money on additional speakers. Would I buy it? Maybe. Great for smaller rooms, but you'll need to sit in the sweet spot to get your money's worth. Sony HT-S400, this budget-friendly 330-watt system is like the Honda Civic of soundbars. Reliable, but not exactly exciting. The dialogue is clear, and the bass from the wireless sub has decent punch, but the mid-range sounds as hollow as my promises to start going to the gym. No Dolby Atmos, no Wi-Fi, no fancy features, just straight-up basic sound that's still way better than your TV speakers. Would I buy it? No. Spend a bit more and get something with more features and better sound quality. Sonos Arc. Let's kick things off with this sleek beast that delivers crystal clear dialogue and impressive Dolby Atmos performance. Watching movies feels like being in a damn theater with sound bouncing off your walls and ceiling like a well-orchestrated ping pong match. The downside? This bad boy lacks built-in DTS:X support and has only one HDMI port, which is pretty stupid for a premium soundbar, and you'll probably want to add a subwoofer because the bass isn't exactly earth-shattering. Would I buy it? Yes, it's expensive, but worth every penny for movie lovers who want amazing sound without filling their room with speakers. Sony Bravia Theater Bar 9. This fancy piece of tech packs 13 speakers into one bar and delivers some seriously impressive punch and clarity. The dialogue is crisp as hell, and the surround effects make you feel like you're sitting in the middle of the action. The catch? It's expensive as balls and lacks some basic features like manual EQ settings. Plus, the latency might make gamers cry a little. Would I buy it? Maybe. If you've got deep pockets and don't mind the missing bells and whistles, the sound quality alone might justify the price. Vizio Elevate. Now this is some cool engineering. The speakers literally rotate upward when playing Dolby Atmos content, and the sound quality is pretty damn impressive with clear dialogue and room-shaking bass. The system can be a bit too aggressive with its sound profile though, and sometimes it feels like it's trying too hard to flex its muscles, especially with music. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a solid choice for movie buffs who want that sweet Atmos experience without selling their kidneys. JBL Bar 1300X. This chunky boy comes with detachable surround speakers that can be used as portable Bluetooth speakers, pretty neat trick, and delivers some seriously powerful bass that'll make your neighbors hate you. The trade-off? It's not great with music, and the remote is about as intuitive as a brick wall. Would I buy it? Maybe, if you're a basshead who watches more movies than listens to music and you dig the idea of portable surrounds, this might be your jam. Sonos Beam Gen 2. This compact little beast delivers surprisingly wide sound with clear dialogue, and while it lacks true upward-firing speakers for Dolby Atmos, it still manages to create decent height effects that'll make you feel like you're in a mini theater. The sound quality is fantastic for its size, though you might want to add a subwoofer if you're looking for that extra punch in action scenes. But damn, your wallet won't be happy about that Sonos ecosystem tax. Would I buy it? Yes, it's perfect for smaller rooms and the sound quality justifies the price. Samsung HW-Q930C. This bad boy comes with January 4th 11 channels and 22 speakers spread across 4 units, creating such an immersive experience that you'll think a helicopter just landed in your living room. The new HDMI 2.1 ports are great for gaming, and the surround effects are mind-blowing, though sometimes it can make dialogue sound a bit too sharp and piercing, like your mother-in-law's voice but in Dolby Atmos. Would I buy it? Yes, if you've got the cash and space, this is basically a movie theater in a box. Sony HT-A3000 for a 3.1 channel system. This soundbar punches above its weight with clear dialogue and impressive bass for not having a separate subwoofer. The virtual surround sound is heavily front-sided though, so don't expect to feel like you're in the middle of the action unless you shell out extra cash for those fancy rear speakers. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's good for what it is, but the price-to-feature ratio is a bit steep. Amazon Fire TV Soundbar. Look, for the price, it's not terrible. It makes your TV sound better than its built-in speakers and includes DTS Virtual X, which actually works pretty well. But the bass is about as weak as a cup of gas station coffee, and the volume differences between Dolby and stereo content are so dramatic you'll be doing more remote clicking than actual watching. Would I buy it? No. Spend a bit more and get something that won't make you regret your purchase in a week. Sony HT-S2000 for just $400. This compact 3.1 channel soundbar delivers surprisingly clear dialogue and decent Dolby Atmos effects through virtual processing, making it punch way above its weight class for movie watching. The downside is that it's pretty basic. No Wi-Fi, no voice control, and you'll have to live with just Bluetooth for streaming, but damn, does it sound good for what you're paying? Would I buy it? Yes, it's the perfect entry-level soundbar that focuses on what matters most, making movies sound awesome without emptying your wallet. Samsung HW-Q930C. This 1.4 beast creates an incredibly immersive dome of sound with its 22 separate speakers and rear satellites, placing you right in the middle of the action while watching movies. The surround effects are so precise, you'll think there's a helicopter actually flying around your room. The only real bummer is that it can't handle 4K 120Hz pass-through, which might annoy some hardcore gamers, but the audio performance more than makes up for it. Would I buy it? Yes, if you want a proper home theater experience without installing ceiling speakers everywhere, this thing delivers class-leading immersion that's hard to beat. LG S95QR, this 1.5 channel setup tries to be fancy with its up-firing center speaker, but ends up being the rich kid who talks big game but can't back it up. While it's decent for movies, the sound can feel distant and dialogue sometimes comes out muffled. The bass is boomy and the overall sound signature is darker than my ex's soul, plus it costs about the same as the Samsung while doing less. Would I buy it? No. When the Samsung HW-Q930C exists and does everything better for similar money, there's no reason to pick this one. Sennheiser Ambeo Soundbar Max. This absolute unit of a soundbar is basically the size of a small car, but holy crap, does it deliver some of the most natural and cohesive sound I've ever heard from a single bar. It creates this massive soundstage that makes movies feel huge. The software is about as reliable as a chocolate teapot though, with constant connection issues and firmware update problems that'll make you want to throw it out the window. Would I buy it? Maybe. While it's the best sounding standalone soundbar I've tested, the buggy software and astronomical price make it hard to fully recommend unless you're swimming in cash. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the soundbars for movies for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.